All right, welcome to today's video. Paul James here, and I have a very important second stimulus update for you. Republicans may bypass Democrats on this, and I want to explain to you why that is and what this might mean when it comes to your stimulus check. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on, and I will keep you updated. Now, according to White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, he said that Trump is willing to sign a $1.3 trillion bill. That would be the cost of the stimulus bill. Now, that's a $300 billion increase from what Republicans proposed originally. But here's the thing. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is looking for something closer to $2.2 trillion. In fact, when I say closer, I basically mean she is not willing to settle for anything that is, less than $2.2 trillion. I'm going to read a quote here from Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House. She said, "We have said it again and again that we're willing to come down and meet them in the middle," them meaning Republicans. That would be $2.2 trillion. And when they're ready to do that, we'll be ready to discuss and negotiate the particulars. So Pelosi said that to reporters. This was in regards to a call that she had with Mark Meadows. Now, the big holdup seems to be mostly on how each side, Republicans and Democrats, see funding for the state and local government. There's also some, things up in the air about unemployment and such as well. But I want to look at the key differences between the Republicans' proposed bill versus the Democrats' proposed bill. So let's start with the Democrats' proposed bill. So they want to have stimulus pay, a payment sent out to everyone in form of like a direct payment, just like we saw last time. Plus, they want to have $600 in unemployment that would run through January 2021. Now, Republicans, this is where they're a little bit different. They still want a $1,200 stimulus, but they also want protection for businesses and schools to be included in this package. And instead of a $600 unemployment, they want just a $200 unemployment boost, they're calling it. So Trump's current unemployment executive order, as you know, he put something out. I'm going to explain to you how that works right now. Trump's current one is basically $400, which I think started August 29th. And basically what this order does is it would allocate $400 for unemployment, but it would make state and local government responsible for 25% of that. Now, so the federal government would cover 75%, that would be $300. Now, unfortunately, most states have already opted out of that. So they've said, we don't want to be responsible for it. We're not going to cover it. So that's where we stand with things. Now, according to the Labor Department, 1 million Americans filed for unemployment last week. So things are, not really looking much better on the unemployment side of things, which is why it is very important that they get the finer details of the unemployment thing in the bill and kind of come to an agreement on that. So I want to talk about what actually happens if Republicans won't agree to the $2.2 trillion budget that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is demanding. She's basically saying, we're not doing a deal. Unless you agree to this, we're not doing a deal. The way she's looking at it is, we were up at 3-something. We came down and met you in the middle. And Republicans are just really concerned about the cost and what this could do to the country if they go that high. So here's what could happen if Republicans don't come to an agreement on that $2.2 trillion budget. Number one is there could be no stimulus at all. Like we could see no stimulus bill at all, and just things go stale and nothing happens at all with it. The second option is, though, and that's kind of what the title of this video alludes to, is that it's possible that Republicans just pass their own stimulus bill and they just step over Democrats. But here's the problem with that. It would be a smaller bill, and there's not probably going to be any stimulus checks if they do that. Do you think Republicans are going to actually come in, step in, bypass Democrats, and just pass their own bill? Comment below and let me know. Be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm going to give you a quick recap. So Trump did say he's willing to sign a $1.3 trillion bill. That should be a $300 billion increase from what was originally proposed, but Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is not cool with that. She wants $2.2 trillion at a minimum. That would be coming down and meeting in the middle, she says. The big holdup, of course, with this bill and why Republicans and the Democrats can't agree on it is because they see key differences in the way that they're sending funds to state and local government. The current executive order from Trump, it's $400, but state and local governments are responsible for 25% of it, which they're opting out. So we could see Republicans come, step in, bypass, but it could lead to a smaller stimulus bill and ultimately no stimulus checks. I'll see you in another video. Paul James signing off for now. Take care.